everybody. Thank you so much for watching. It's so good to see you all again. And if you're new here, then welcome. Well, it's a pretty dark and miserable looking day here in Ballarat today, so I thought to cheer myself up, why not hit those thrift stores and see if we can find a bargain or two? Then we can come back home, grab a nice hot cuppa, and have a closer look at all the awesome stuff we find. Let's go have a look. All right, so here we are at the Salvos in Sebastopol. Let's go check it out. Have a look at all of these blankets. There's so many here today. So we've got this knitted one up the front here with a gorgeous little scalloped edge there. We've got another little baby blanket that's been crocheted there that is so beautiful. Lovely little variegated yarn there, little V-stitch. That's gorgeous. $7 for that. Look at this. I'm trying to hurry because there's so many blankets here. Isn't that beautiful? So they're after $11 for that. That's just gorgeous. Another one here. Look at that. That stitch work is just stunning. Really beautiful. So they're after $13 for that one. Got this granny blanket with a gorgeous scalloped edge. So that one's $7. So I am noticing with a lot of these prices, if you have a look at the price tags around here, they are getting much more expensive, and I think that's because we're going into winter. So $13 for this. It is a beautiful blanket, but it is only very small. So not sure why it's that expensive. And the one next to it that has just as much yarn in it and with a gorgeous little ruffled edge is only $7. So I can't figure out their pricing, but isn't that a beautiful blanket? Got this baby blanket. Gorgeous little stitches in there. Are they bubbles maybe? Maybe little bubbles. Could be popcorn stitches. Little popcorns maybe. So that's $15. Look at the colorways in that. That's gorgeous. That one's $9. So pretty. Oh, I'm stuck on one. Then we've got this beautiful colorful thing. This one's $15. This is stunning. Look at all the colors in that. Beautiful little scrap blanket. That's awesome. All right, and a couple more, another variegated one. And then we've got these two gorgeous, huge granny blankets. Look at those, aren't they pretty? Beautiful. So they're both $15. Gorgeous, really lovely blankies. Got this beautiful one here. Now I'm going to take this out to show you. This one's $11. But look at this. Oh, they've pinned it right through the middle. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? What a beautiful blanket. And look at that edging. Look how precise that is. That's just stunning. Really pretty work. I really love that. That's gorgeous. Wow. How much was that one? That one's $11. Absolutely well worth it. Just gorgeous. Pop that one back. I'd take that with me if I had any little kids to give that to. That would be gorgeous. Great inspiration. Look at those colours. That's brilliant. Very bright. Then we've got this one here. Look at that. Look at those squares. Aren't they pretty? Blue and the brown surprisingly works together quite well. I would never put blue with brown, but that works. We've got another granny square blankie with a very bright edge. Using all the feathers and eyelash yarn to give it a bit of texture. That's really pretty. And look at this one. I think this one's my favourite from today. Just stunning, beautiful colours. Isn't that gorgeous? And again, it's got a really lovely edging. I'm wondering if the same person made this one. Look at those very delicate stitches there. And then we've got another beautiful granny square blanket. Look at that. That one's $18. Beautiful colorways, gorgeous work. And again, with that very precise stitch work on the edges and those scallops. Look at that, aren't they beautiful? Just beautiful. This is absolutely heartbreaking. Look how much work has gone into making this gorgeous doll. Look at her. Look at all the work that's gone into it. Look at that. She's got a gorgeous little basket full of little eggies or acorns maybe, not sure. Beautiful little scarecrow lady, and they only want $6 for her. That's heartbreaking. That's absolutely heartbreaking. And unfortunately, it's not just her. Have a look at all of these. Gorgeous clown. Look at all that beautiful work. That's just beautiful. And then we've got, so there's our scarecrow lady up there. We've got another scarecrow lady in there. We've got this beautiful dolly right there. Look at all the work in that. We've got these two beautiful babies here. And over here, we've got this beautiful little fireman. Look at him. Look at that. And for him, $2. Oh, heartbreaking. So beautiful. How awesome is this? Let me just have a quick look at how much it is. $3. Wow. Let's have a quick flick through. Ooh. Oh, wow, that's lovely, isn't it? How beautiful is that? Wow. Couple of different, bubbles and diamonds. Let's have a look. Oh. So using a different textured yarn to create texture all through the jumper. Oh, look at that. That's really pretty. Quick flick, couple of, working with colours, different textured stitches. Beautiful. What a bargain. We'll have to take that one. Let's check out the yarn. That's a big bag of yarn. A lot of different colours and scraps and different textures of yarn too. Look at that. That looks kind of like a mohair maybe. Interesting. Not much of that in there though. That's a shame. What else have we got? Oh, some more scraps there. Oh, what are these? $5 for some grannies. Let's have a look at how many are in there. There's quite a few actually. Wow. Someone was working on something. This is someone's gorgeous whip. And somehow it's ended up in here. Gee, there's a lot in there. Oh. Okay, I can't just leave this behind. This is another project that needs to be finished. Absolutely. This is too much work to leave behind. No, I need to finish that. They're coming with me and I'm going to turn them into something amazing. So there's a lot of haberdashery stuff here. Lots of things for overlockers, lots of thread in through there, lots of ribbons, a lot of sewing materials and things like that over there. Anything new in here today? Cards, scrapbooking, lots of sewing patterns. Knitting by Linda Jarry. More scrapbooking. Learn to crochet. Oh, basic doilies, edges and motifs for $1. Let's have a quick flick through. Left and right-handed instructions. Wow, you never see left-handed. Wow, that would be really helpful for somebody learning. Oh, I'm really tempted, but you know what? I feel like a learner would benefit more from this than I would. Yeah, I'm going to leave this here for a learner to find. Left and right-handed instructions. That's incredible. What a great find. What else is in here? Knitting book. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Very delicate. Little booties and socks and everything. Wow, that's gorgeous. That's very delicate. A lot of knitting needles here. Even brand new double pointed needles still in the packet. Wow, there's a lot of good stuff in here. Not seeing too many crochet hooks, so let's try over here. Oh. What are the chances? It's a 3mm arrow, I think. No, it's a 4mm. Well, there you go. For $1. Oh, hang on. What are you? You're a 3mm. There we go. 3 and a 4mm for $1 each. That's pretty good. So I couldn't help myself. I came back. I'm going to buy them all and I'm going to donate them. They're just too beautiful to leave behind. There is so much work in these. They deserve to be loved. So they're going to be. So after having a bit of luck at the salvos in Sebastopol, I thought it was time to come out to Delacombe and check out the salvos out here. Let's go and have a look. Alright, so looking in the yarn section, I can already see something that's definitely worth my attention. Some Youngspirations Karen baby cake for $2. That's pretty fantastic. I think I'll have to grab that one. While I'm here, what else have we got in here? $2 for this big ball of polyester. Wow. That's pretty good value for what it is. I just don't know what I would make with that. Very pretty, but that's there for anybody who wants to make some amigurumi or maybe a beanie or something with some plush yarn. The rest seems to be a lot of scrap yarn. Not seeing much here that I can do that much with. Let's have a look over here. It's very pretty. That's a lovely colour, isn't it? What a lovely shade. Mudavira Parade. So, soft nylon. Okay. Again, not much really in there. What have we got here? Some lovely scraps there, some plush there. This is beautiful. I don't want to rip open the bag or anything to see what else is in it, but oh, look how colourful that is. That's gorgeous. But again, not much of it. Again, good for scrap yarn, scrap bags, scrap blankets, all those sorts of things, I guess. So if you wanted to build up your scrap pile, this is a great way to do it. This bag's $4. This one's only $2 and there's a lot in there. So if you need to build up your scrap yarn stash, this is how to do it. So we've gone through all of these books, and these are the only 3 I was really all that interested in, but I realised they want $4 for a pattern book, but this one's only 50 cents. So I can't figure out what's happening with their prices. This one's $4 as well. So I think I might just leave those. I'll probably grab that one. So I had another dig. I found a couple more pattern books. So these one's $1 and one's $2. So I think that's worth it. I'm happy to pay that. And I also found this, which is absolutely gorgeous, but unfortunately it's not in very good condition. It's starting to fall apart, but I just had to share it with you. Isn't it just glorious? Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Really lovely design. Just gorgeous. Oh! Look at that. I like your driftwood. Oh. Oh, wow, I am intrigued. $2 for a 6mm? Yes, please. I'll be taking that home. Cocktail or wine? Why not both? Well, what an awesome day thrifting. Let's go home and have a closer look at what we found. Okay, home now, so let's get straight into it. Let's have a look at these granny squares. All right, so I paid $5 for these. Let's see how many's in here. Cannot believe this is somebody's whip. And it just ended up at the thrift store. Okay. Doesn't want to let me in. Here we go. Oop, left one behind. Here we go. Oh, these are beautiful. All right, firstly, let's just have a quick look at the colorway. Look at that. That is lovely. Oh, bits of fluff and stuff on there. That's just gorgeous. Look at that. Blues and greens and teals. Just lovely. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, how many have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 in that stack there. And then we've got these two. Okay, look at these. Wow, that's beautiful. Lovely sort of pearlescent kind of cream color. Just gorgeous. There's 2 of those. So I might just put them aside for a second. Got this little baby square. That's gorgeous. Pop them aside. So we've got 14 of these guys. How many of these have we got? So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. 26 squares. Now that's a huge amount of squares. I can definitely make something with this. I wonder what though. Going to have a bit of a think about it. If you've got any ideas, by all means, let me know. But aren't they beautiful squares? Look at that. Not sure what to do with these guys, but I'll have a tinker with them and see what I can come up with. What else did I find? This fantastic crochet sweater book. Over 30 original designer patterns. How much did I pay for that again? $3. Wow. Well, let's have a quick flick through here. have a good look. So this is the author, Kosh. Sylvia Kosh. So she's hoping to share some of her enthusiasm for crochet. Good on you, Sylvia. That's awesome. Some great patterns in here. Oh, wow. Look at that. Woven stripes. That looks really pretty. There's a lot of texture in that. Beautiful. Lovely design. Oh, look at that. That's just stunning. Look at all the texture they've used in through here, all these texturized stitches, some bobbles. That's just beautiful. So, crocheted in chunky yarns, this cozy coat of many colours is surprisingly quick to make. That's fantastic. The textured designs is worked in the Celtic pattern used for country naturals. Wow, that's gorgeous. That would be super warm and just stunning to look at. Then we've got the colour guide on the back page there. That's fantastic. Gee, look at all of that texture in through there. Wow. A lot of work going into that one. Beautiful. Oh, look, and you can include shoulder pads. So I guess we know what era this book's from, don't we? I love that they always include the techniques in the back, a technique guide. So a bit of a stitch guide for how to do things. Look at that. Cabling, a cable pattern in crochet. Wow, you normally see cabling in knitting, but you don't see it very often in crochet, do you? That's beautiful. A treble rib, different random textures. Gee, I like that. Long raised stitches. That's fantastic. So this raised trebles pattern here looks very much like a basket weave almost. That's really pretty. I really like that. Anything else? So again, we've got some more textures in the front. That color combo guide. Understanding color. These things are always a great help, aren't they? Just looking at what's complementary and what offsets another color is always helpful. How to work in color blocks. All very useful information. Gee, that's lovely, isn't it? That would be terrible to frog. If you ever have to frog mohair or if you haven't done it before, I'm telling you, it's quite a challenge. Not a lot of fun at all. Water lilies. That's very pretty. I really like that. Gee, there's some great stuff in there for $3. Pretty happy with that. What else did we find? Ah, yes. This little baby cake. It's a Yarnspirations Karen baby cake. And I'm pretty sure this is the violet. What's it called? Dreamy violet. Yeah, dreamy violet. The dreamy violet colorway. So you've got a little bit of purple in there and some fluff. Take the fluff out. And then we've got some grey with like a light tan color, and then some white, and then back to the purple, and then the grey again. So this particular cake feels a little light, and you can see that the band's a little bit loose. So I'm assuming there's been some use out of this cake, and then the rest of it must be left over. But Yarnspirations is always a great acrylic to have in your stash. It's always easy to work with. It washes up well. I've never had any problems with it. What have we got here? It's 82% acrylic and 18% nylon, and they're recommending a 5.5, I think. A 5 mil hook. So that's pretty good. They always come with a free pattern on the back of the label too. So I always look forward to finding these. And what did I pay for it? $2. $2. What a bargain. Always handy to have some Yarnspirations acrylic in your stash. What else did we find? Ah, this amazing make happy driftwood wooden hooks. $2 I paid for this. Oh, I'm really excited. I've not heard of Likey before. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that. Let's open it up and have a closer look. What a beautiful looking hook. Okay, out you come. Just pop that to the side. So this is a 6 mil. It's an inline hook. Look at that beautiful color. That is stunning. I love a wooden hook. I don't know what it is. I think it's that whole idea of using a natural fiber with another natural fiber. So using, say, wool with a wooden hook just feels very old school and very very historical and very epic. I don't know why, but in my mind it makes sense. This is just lovely. It's very very smooth. And we've got a little metal tip here at the end there, 6 mil. So it's saying it's a 6 mil J10. Hopefully you can see that on camera, just at the very tip of the hook there. So it's got your point like an inline hook does, and you can see that the head is in line with the rest of the hook, with the shaft of the hook. So I'll have to give this a try and see how I go. Isn't it beautiful though? What a gorgeous hook. So next up, a few pattern books I found. Let's have a closer look. So the first one's a Peyton's Bluebell pattern book, number 571. So these are mainly knitted, I'm pretty sure. Gee, isn't that pretty? That's just lovely. And I love the little detail around the collar and the cuffs of this one too. That's beautiful. So how much did I pay for that? I paid $1. That seems fair for something like this. Oh, there's the undershirt to go with the cardigan on the front here. That's really lovely again with that detail across around the collar there. What else have we got? Oh, wow, look at those. Aren't they beautiful? That's stunning. So that's crochet. I think all three of these are beautiful. Look at that little summer dress. That's lovely. If that was made in a cotton, that would be really light. That's really lovely. Wow, and what else have we got on the back? So we've got some more sort of sports vests and sports cardigans and things. I just wanna have a quick look. Ladies crochet dress or top. That's fantastic. That's that's brilliant, and for $1, I'm pretty happy with that. The next one's the Jack and Jill's Katie Goodies, jumpers, vests, and a cardigan, and I paid $2 for that. Now, I love this jumper, but I really love the look of this vest back here too. That colorway just is something very 70s, very 60s and 70s about this, isn't it? Just beautiful. Really love that color, that brown and orange mix and yellow. It's very cute. So this is using the Peyton's Katie yarn. Sometimes see that at the op shops every now and again. Not very often. It would be a very rare and vintage yarn by now, but occasionally you might see a ball or two here or there. Some more vests here. They look beautiful. Look at that. Fair Isle vest for Jack or Jill. Do not be deceived by the design. It's in a simple diamond pattern of 2 colors. That's fantastic. That I remember seeing a lot of those vests around when I was a kid, and socks too. A lot of socks in that diamond pattern. Very pretty. School jumpers, I think. Little sporty jumpers. What a great cardigan. Look at that. 2 fabric patterns provide total interest in this medium buttoning cardigan. The block pattern is based on a knit 2 purl 2 rib. Well, that's just gorgeous. Gorgeous little vest there. Some more jumpers. Look at the cabling in those two. Wow. Cheery and chunky Aran pattern jumper with fashioned raglan sleeves. Very pretty. Be a lot of work in that. Wow. There's that vest. That's really pretty. I like that. Wow, some great stuff in there. That's fantastic. So how much did I pay for that one again? $2. Another bargain. That's fantastic. And lastly, I found the Jasmine Payton's book number 472, 10 children's designs, 9 knitting, 1 crochet, and I paid 50 cents. 50 cents for that. That's my favorite bargain from today, I'd say. So let's have a look. Wow, there's some beautiful stuff here. You can see, unfortunately, that the colors faded along the bottom there. Look at the poncho. Isn't that gorgeous? Just beautiful. What else have we got in here? Oh, what a gorgeous little cardigan. Look at that little detailing along there. Just beautiful. How lovely. What else have we got? Some more vests. Oh, skipped a couple. There's the poncho. I would love to make something like that in an adult size. Love the tassels and everything. That would be a lovely sort of spring poncho, or even a light autumn if you made it for autumn with some oranges and some greens and yellows, some reds. That would come up beautifully, wouldn't it? That's gorgeous. Or a little matching beanie and jumper set. Always love it when stuff matches. Some vests. Oh, look at this cardigan. That's just beautiful. I remember little buttons like that too. Little flowers and little diamond shapes, and they got a little bit of glass in them or a little bit of resin that just catches the light. Just beautiful. How lovely. Got some more cabling happening in there. Aren't they gorgeous? What have we got along the back? So there's that cardigan there, those vests. That's really cute. With a little skivvy underneath, or a turtleneck, I think they're called in the US. Wow, there's that little matching hat and jumper set. So once again, 50 cents. So what did I pay all up? That's $3.50 for all of those patterns. Pretty happy with that. That's a pretty good deal. And last but most certainly not least are these amazing knitted dolls. Aren't they just beautiful? Let me show you one by one. Look at this. Isn't she just stunning? She's got her little bloomers on under here. She's got a little bow and the flower on the back of her dress. She's got little flowers on her hat. She's got her little pigtails with her little bows. This reminds me so much of Anne of Green Gables. She's got the red hair and everything. Doesn't have her puff sleeves though. But isn't that just beautiful? She's just gorgeous. What else did we find? We found a lovely little scarecrow lady. Oh, she's got a little hair sticking out of the back of her bonnet. Oh, got a little carrot nose, a beautiful little bonnet. She's got a little bee on the top of her bonnet there. She's got her apron on. It looks like maybe a tissue or a hanky or something stuck in the pocket of her apron. And then she's got her beautiful little skirt on. She's even got bloomers on underneath. Look at that. With the little frills. That's just amazing. Amazing. Carrying a little umbrella. Look at that. This is just phenomenal work. Just gorgeous. And then we've got another scarecrow lady. I just had to take him. There's just so much work that's gone into these. The thought of leaving them behind, and I wish I could have rescued more, but some of them were slightly damaged. Some had holes in them and the stuffing was coming out. And I'm not really confident in my knitting skills, so I didn't think I'd be able to patch them up. I thought about just cutting out a bit of fabric and maybe patching over the hole. I'm not a great sewer either. So these will all be donated to the Winter Woolies for Ballarat group, and they can make sure that they get distributed to the right organisations to make sure that vulnerable kids can get them and just fill them full of love. How beautiful. Look at this work. She's got her floppy little hat on. She's got some little bees around her flower on her hat. She's got a little orange scarf on. She's super, super scarecrow maybe? Look at her little skirt there. She's just beautiful. Look at that. And she's got little bloomers on as well underneath here. Got her shoes on. And in this basket, so I'm not sure if they're eggies, maybe they're little puddings. Could be little cakes or puddings or something maybe. Just beautiful. And the last one I found was the little fireman. Isn't he gorgeous? So adorable. And again, so much work. So much work has gone into them. The legs are separate, the arms are separate, they all move independently. Just beautiful. He's got his helmet on. The detail, the attention to detail is just absolutely gorgeous. And I couldn't leave them behind. They're just so precious and so beautiful. And I genuinely believe that they will go to homes where they will be loved once again and someone will appreciate them. And that just makes my day. That makes my day. I'm so glad that I found them because now I can make sure they get a nice, loving new home and they can be appreciated for all the work that's gone into them. They're just lovely. So that's everything that I found today. Thank you so much for coming with me. I always enjoy our trips to the thrift stores. There's so much to find: granny squares, patterns, crochet hooks, yarn, and even a new friend or two. I don't have a favorite pick from today, do you? No, me either. Thank you so much for watching. As always, be kind to each other and be kind to yourselves because you absolutely deserve it. Take care, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Say bye, guys. Bye.